Hey everybody, this is Coach Tara from Release and Increase, and I wanted to shoot a quick video, go live, whatever it is, to help educate you on a particular subject. Now, I've heard this a few different times. I've experienced it myself, but let me warn you here. It's not everybody that experiences this, so don't use this as a reason why you wouldn't want to begin working out, okay? But some people actually experience weight gain, or what they feel is an appearance of getting more fat, when that's not really what's happening. But it still feels that way. It may even show up on the scale that way. It might show up on your clothes that way when you put them on, how you feel wearing them. They might get tighter. But today, I want to explain to you what goes on, why that happens for some people, why that happens, and what you can do about it, and how you can just persevere through that time. The number one, point number one, I don't think there's any number one reason, but one of the reasons is, that I want to point out, is that oftentimes when we start exercising, we produce a hormone that makes us hungrier, okay? It's just the way it is. It makes us hungrier. So no matter where you're coming from, what spot in your personal physical well-being, you're going to be hungrier. If you are not honoring your body with good whole foods, you might reach for things that are going to keep the fat on more. Okay, so for instance, instead of having, like, one of my favorite meals is having a grass-fed cheeseburger over a bed of greens with some sauteed vegetables. Maybe when you first get started and you're hungry, you instead of reaching for the healthy choice, you go for a regular cheeseburger with French fries and a soda next to it, or you stop through the drive-thru and grab yourself something to eat that way. Those kind of things will contribute to that. So it's really important that you kind of reset your default. You need to start thinking about resetting your healthy default. That's why it's really important to include nutrition when you start a workout program, especially if you're looking to lose fat or release fat. I prefer to say release fat and not lose weight, because weight isn't necessarily something we want to lose. You know what I'm saying? It's the fat that we want to lose. We want to feel better. We want to look better. We want to be able to do more. And we want to sculpt out the body, which is releasing fat. Another thing is, a lot of people, when they start a workout program, they restrict their calories immensely, intensely, very much, and that is a really big problem. What happens when you restrict your calories and you don't have enough fats in your diet, enough proteins in your diet, and enough green leafy vegetables in your diet, your body will actually think it's going through some sort of trauma or some sort of emergency life situation, and will begin to hold on to fat instead of burning fat during your workouts. So while you're doing that, you are actually holding on to fat, maybe even gaining some weight, and gaining some fat weight, not muscle weight. That's a problem. Healthy needs to be your default. You need to increase. You have to be sure of your caloric intake is set up properly for you to burn fat and regular sugar calories, so that you can actually start seeing results. I have a video on that right here on Release and Increase page, how to calculate your calories. I get really in depth as to why. Go and check that out. The next thing is, excuse me. Let me see, I got some notes here. The next thing that's happening, you might be gaining muscle mass, which is good, because the more lean muscle mass that you have, the faster you will burn fat. It just might be at the beginning stage. Like I said, if you just started working out, that could be a really big problem. You might think it's a big problem, but it's not. It's not a big problem. That will go away. You've got inflammation, your muscles are building, but that lean muscle mass is going to serve you in the long run, so don't fret it. It just means you're building lean muscle mass a little faster than you're burning fat molecules. That's all. It will come around. It will turn around, especially if you take special note of what it is you're eating, what your default setting is, and things like that. Another thing, if you're not drinking enough water, This is a big issue for me. I have a really hard time. I'm a human being just like you guys. I struggle to get my water intake in. I don't know why. It's not like I don't like water. It's not like I'm drinking soda or I'm drinking freaking beer all day. I just, something about it. I don't know what it is. And I work on it every day and I make a concerted effort. If you're not drinking enough water, you will start having some water gain. You will have some water retention and you'll feel like your workouts aren't doing their job. Increase your water intake, guys. And there's one more thing before I go. I don't want to keep you all day, but I have another note. You're stressed out. You're too stressed out. And I talked about that yesterday on the live broadcast. Stop being so stressed out. Relax. The stress causes that visceral fat. That's the fat that surrounds your organs to keep you protected from trauma. If you're really stressed out, that fat increases because it's actually reacting to you, Addison, in a primal way, kind of like what I was talking about yesterday. When your visceral fat increases because of cortisol levels, the purpose of the visceral fat is to keep your organs protected in case you are attacked. But most of us aren't being attacked. So you want to be really careful if you have too much visceral fat around your organs. You're going to feel really bloated. You're going to be really bloated. And no matter what you're doing for working out, if you're not adding some sort of peacefulness about it, if you don't take a moment to de-stress, if you don't listen to something inspiring while you're working out or have an inspiring workout coach, like the lady that I exercise to or with, she's very inspiring to me. She's like awesome sauce. She's not too hard. She's not too soft. And she lets me know throughout the whole workout that I can do it. And it makes me feel good. So my stress levels decrease in my mind so that my body is acting the way it should be. So I lose weight as I lose weight. But if you're also another big deal, guys, about this, about working out and having some initial weight gain, it's a lot of times that people are struggling with that is because they have really unrealistic expectations about what the first week, the second week, the first month, or even up to the first 60 days of you starting a workout regimen. Your expectations are probably a little skewed. Maybe, and I don't want to insult anybody here, but when you watch things like The Biggest Loser, and you see these people go through what they go through, and they lose all this weight, they lose 100 plus pounds in 12 weeks. Guys, that's not healthy. What they're doing is destroying their metabolism. Okay? You are not going to lose 100 pounds in 12 weeks by exercising 30 minutes a day. You're not going to do it at all because I don't suggest it, because it's bad for you, because it hurts your heart, because it increases your stress, because it's awful for your metabolism. If you really want to just take it to the next level, if you really want to just release the fat that you know you need to release so that you can live for whatever reason that you want to release it for. Some of it is, I think it's a combination of everything for me. A little bit of vanity, a lot of I want to be able to do a lot of things that I can't do now, and that I definitely couldn't do 90 days ago when I first started working out. Then there's the other thing, you want to be healthy. It's not just about physical activity or looks. It's about you want to live longer and quality of life. All of those things are, if you want that to happen for you in a real live way, if you really want that to happen for you in a way that's going to produce results in your life and produce them over the long term so that you actually recreate your existence so that your default is healthy and you sculpt out your body and you release the fat that's bad for you, it takes time. So think about that. If you're losing 2 pounds a week, you're really going fast. If you're losing 10 pounds in a month, over 2 months is about right. You shouldn't be losing really, really quickly if you really want to keep it off. Yeah, sometimes we got to crash diet a little bit because an unexpected event is happening in 30 days and we want to get rid of all the excess water weight or whatever. That's not healthy living. That's not making healthy your default. That's not down the road. That will actually harm your metabolism, make it more difficult for you to convert your fat into the calories that it needs to burn to work out. You don't want that. So go slow, because guess what? This year is going to end anyway, guys. Imagine where you could be in a year if you lost 1 pound a week. You would be 52 pounds lighter. That might be all you need. Imagine if you lost 2 pounds a week. The year is going to pass anyway. That would make you 104 pounds lighter. The difference between those who get there and keep it and those that get there and don't keep it are the people that don't change from the inside out. So that's what's going on, guys. If you are noticing that you're gaining a little weight in the beginning of your workout, or maybe you've heard about it, thought about it, and you're afraid on what will appear to be fat to you, that's what's going on. It's okay. It's going to pass. And that's what's up. So if you enjoyed this live broadcast, you enjoyed getting this advice from me, as you can see, I'm not perfect yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on my fitness, and I'm doing a great job, and I'm really proud of myself. And healthy is my default now, and that's freaking exciting. Freaking exciting. I can't even explain to you how good that feels. If you want to work with me, I will help you reach your goals using the same exact system I'm using, so that you can reach it and do it the smart way, do it the right way, do it the way that's going to bring you lasting results for your life. Go ahead to CoachTara.com/June and check out my specials for this month. It's exactly the same program I'm using. CoachTara.com/June. I'll see you all on the other side. Thank you for coming. Bye. Don't forget to share this with people. You should. Bye.